you have been working in the pop field. I mean, when I think about the things with Sting, which you probably hate to talk about, right?
I don't mind. I mean,
but you did it, and it's part of your career. And I liked Kenny Kirkland in your interview that you gave some time ago somewhere, because it has been printed also in Europe, and your views about working in that field. Now, is it true that it's shouldn't be done? I think it would be great if more jazz people would work in different fields, because
I don't think that, see, it's very difficult to jump around like that. It's only because of the schizophrenic lifestyle that I've kind of led. I grew up listening to pop music long before I ever really listened to jazz. And because my father was a jazz musician, I was exposed to jazz at an early age, which automatically separates me from almost every one of my friends in New Orleans who listened only to pop music and had no exposure to jazz. So once I decided I wanted to play jazz, I didn't have to go through the arduous process of trying to figure out what it is first and how to get to it. I already knew the process because I watched my father do it and I watched my brother do it. So once I decided that I wanted to play jazz, then it was just a matter of switching gears. Whereas with most people, it's more than switching gears, it's switching an entire mental process, and that's very difficult to do. Most jazz musicians I know shouldn't play pop music because they don't like it. And if you don't like it and you play it, it sounds hypocritical. You know, most jazz musicians think, well, you know, man, I play 300 notes a minute in a jazz solo and 2 notes an hour in a pop band, so I should be able to do that. Well, technically, yes, but aesthetically, no. Because aesthetically, good music is the same across the board.
now when you say you're 30 years of age, do you have definite plans about where you want to go in your career?
Of course not. That's what makes my life so enjoyable. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing at any time. It just happens. I mean, you interview me in 1984 and say, what are you going to do? I wasn't going to say, well, next year I'm going to meet Sting in a restaurant and I'm going to join his band. I mean, you don't know. That's the thing that makes this music so exciting to me. I don't know.
So let's hope that we have the chance to interview you in about 30 years again, and then we can talk about what has happened.
I'll probably be out of music by then.
Yeah?
I hope so. I don't, you know, I don't want to be. See, because once you...
What would you do if you wouldn't play music?
What usually happens in the jazz field is that you play some music, you know, some creative music all of your life, and people don't like it. And then when you turn 55 or 60, then they want to pay you hundreds of thousands of dollars to recreate the music you did 30 years ago. So then they're like celebrating your artistic achievement 30 years too late. And I really don't want to be in that position where I'm playing some music. It's like when I saw Dexter after the Around Midnight tour.
Yeah, right.
And he was making piles of money, and people were coming and they were clapping. But in his eyes, you could see he was like, I mean, they were on stage like laughing, saying, man, can you believe this crap, man? Look at these people out here, you know. Where were they when we were really laying down the law, you know? And I agree with them, kind of. You know, I really don't, if I still have something creative to say when I'm 60, sure, why not? But if I don't really feel that I'm doing anything creative and I'm just rehashing stuff that I'd already done, it doesn't really matter how much money. You know, if the money mattered to me that much, I never would have started playing jazz in the first damn place.